Hello, happy Saturday evening. Tonight we have the something for my list. Justice will be served. So here it is. Again, part two. Two more Suzannes. Unfortunately, is that unlucky name or something? I found two more Suzannes missing cases, the cold cases, and they're all both mysteriously and deadly interested. Guys, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe as well after the live stream. The second live stream is always for the tarot reading questions and daily warnings for all the signs. So you may join, put alarm bell. When you subscribe, put alarm bell. So you see me two times in the system, usually the New York time lunch break, and then after 6 7 p.m. New York time, or it is a European, Central European, I say French time. Usually it's 6 p.m. and then after midnight. So here it is. Now it's almost 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. So here it is. Hello from South Europe. Let me just share this. I'm going to share on Twitter. So remember, I had for you reading about two Suzannes, and this is the second part. We have today more missing Suzannes. Every story is frightening and scary. Beautiful Susan Welsh, intellectual author as well. She was a dancer, stripper, what I understood, parallel with her freelance writing. And another girl, Susan Swedell, missing in 1988, I do believe. 1 second, let me just hashtag. I will call it more of missing Suzanne as a post. Let me hashtag the names. Susan Walsh and Susan Swedell. We are going to use Ghost Box, guys, and as well talking with Heaven, tarot channeling. It's shared, pardon me. Let's pull up now the time frame for each. As well, thank you in advance for donation, helping my good karma work back in Asia with the orphans. While I'm stuck still in Europe last 2 years because of the COVID crisis and the live stream, it's already the live stream that I'm doing. It's about 1 year old. So thank you for supporting and being a part of my YouTube family. So we start from Susan Walsh. I open her cards in pre-shuffle. I start to do different tarot decks as well. We are going to do more. I put here 4 different tarot decks, and we are going to as well use the ghost box. Let me put the candle for a start. Trying to connect with her. 1 second. I put oranges as well. Your spirits, we're trying to connect with Suzanne. To Susan Walsh, and Susan Swedell. What we have for start? First of all, she was having a complicated lifestyle and hard-working life with many hobbies and parallel life in between intellectuals, very interesting life in between intellectual and this industry. She was eventually writing against the sex trafficking, but as well she was having published some books in poetry as well, start to do these screen story researches about sex trafficking. That for sure took her to this death penalty, unfortunately, I think, because of this being in contact with accusing that she was going to publish the things about secrets about the Russian mafia, um, selling the dancers in US, the Russian dancers in US, and then eventually being pushed to be prostitutes. Literally took her as a death penalty. And I think that the Russian mafia removed her. On another side, whom she is dealing the last days of her life. So she was having a little baby, I think about less than a year old, a baby with a mark, and he was living downstairs from her apartment, just to be close to baby, but as well because she was dealing still she has some bad habits of being over drinker and as well drugs users. She was trying to pull out. The candle is talking now, burning the oranges by the side, confirming Susan Walsh is with us, I do believe. Yes, it's got bigger flame. It's interesting. And I do believe that eventually her mixing these drugs and drinks took her back to start to literally do again the drugs. So the husband was downstairs living. She was upstairs with the baby and her boyfriend. I asked them the spirits with two different tarot decks was the boyfriend, was the husband involved in removing her, killing her. No, no, no. Then there was a third person, suspicious person number three, was a person that was talking her. Check out the obsessive person, really like karmic obsession. This person was stalking her, and she was getting personally in last few months. She was talking to everybody that she's followed, and it was not just because of this energy of the stalker that all her friends and boyfriend they knew about this stalker guy. It was as well about that she was trying to push the story about more infos for her future book about this Russian mafia, and she got involved with the one lover, trying to blackmail him, preparing to literally record him and blackmail him with the police to snitch and be a rat to talk against the Russian mafia. So yes, this guy was working for them. Here it is. That's her lover. And yes, I think it was arranged from a mafia guy. He just told them that she's trying to blackmail him, and it was so obvious why she was doing these irrational moves. I mean, towards the Russian mafia, officially telling these things that she wanted to record this boy when she had with him mingling, and then afterwards to go to the mafia guy and blackmail them. With the possible call of a police. That's another disaster. Why she was doing this? Again, because she was in a state of going from a rehab and returning back to her drugs. And I think she was a little bit irrational and was taking risks that she wouldn't for sure as a young mama as well as a mama, and plus whatever she wanted to build that project, she would be more careful, right? To publish that book, she should keep being alive. To be a mother, she should keep being alive and not using drugs. What it took her to this disaster, I do believe that disaster, here it is, and this death thing was arranged because of her flirting with this mafia guy that was working for them, as you see, the lover that was working with the mafia guy. When I asked the question, And yes, that was arranged from approved from a mafia guy to fix this case because her flirting with him and the mafia guy didn't work. Whatever she prepared, it didn't work. And here it is the death penalty. And two times here I have like a eye injury, totally the body injury, and disaster. Whatever they grabbed her, and wherever they took her, this was a disaster. They totally, this was, as you see, disaster talk, suggestion, what she will do. It's turned to disaster, as you see, the broken glass here. And this is a my totally the body injury, dangerous situation. And that's turned to a death, two times death card. Here it is, two times death cards. So this romance, trying to flirt with the mafia guy, like playing with the devil, it didn't work out. Very interesting case with Susan Wells because, as you see, she was living with the one man. Downstairs was her ex-husband, I mean, father of the baby. Then was a stalker around her. Then she was sleeping with this in her failure of the rehab from the drugs, sleeping with that guy who was as well using the drugs. He would provide her with these things while she was writing against the drug dealer and the sex trafficking chain of the Russian mafia, the same people. This was all too messy, but we found with two different decks, I again confirmed with two different decks that the Russian mafia moved her. As well, I asked about this cult because as well she had one parallel second project in writing. Okay, she was preparing this book about sex trafficking, Russian mafia guys involved in bringing the girls from Russia um, to US as well. I do believe she was living in New Jersey. And on the other side, she was having a second project in writing about the vampire cult and them as well abusing, having some women as a victim for their cult, sucking the blood of the innocent women and kidnapping women for that case. So she was having as well, this would be, what is this? So we have two guys back at home, stalker, this Russian guy, Russian mafia guy working with them. And then we have one vampire, a member of this vampire group that she was sleeping with. And you see it on the cover page. It's in the title in the newspaper, it's a mix of a Russian mafia and eventually this vampire cult, two different things. And yes, she was dating that guy. Yes, she was trying to manifest that project. That was her idea to manifest a project about, again, breaking and the secrets of this vampire club that they're abusing the girls. But she was having a dispute with them. I got the card of the fight as well, that I think that they rejected her as a such, and literally she was they saw her as not being discreet and they rejected her. That's what is from my cards. I'm going to ask again with the ghost box. Let's start. We are going to research each of them again. And second, let me see. There is my ghost box. Guys, last night I have a royal bloody. And you know what happened? That was the news about Jean-Luc. I'm checking the list on the Ghost Box because Ghost Box give you the list from yesterday. What did you read? So last night when we talk about first two missing Suzanne, at the end, almost at the end of the story of our 1 hour talk, the Ghost Box start to leave me all the names and repeat few times, 3 times, royal, the bloody thing. And what we got, I thought something is involved with the royal British thing with this case of Epstein and Prince Andrew. And here it is. I opening today news and it's showing up that was so-called hanged suicide, but I think it's homicide. And I put that short video. You can check. I was channeling about Jean-Luc Brunel that was eventually working, bringing as a model scout, bringing the new people, youngster towards Epstein. and he was eventually, he finished like Epstein, found, hanged, but in fact pushed to hang himself. And I got a clear answer. So that's interesting. I'm going to delete this list because we need a space now for today's session. So let's start, guys. Dear spirits, I'm just removing, guys, the advertise. Dear spirits, we're trying to connect with the Susan Welsh. We're trying to connect with the Susan Welsh. We're trying to connect with the Susan Welsh. Was she killed from a Russian mafia? Going to pull up, we have a candle here. I'm going to light the sage. Was Susan Welsh killed from a Russian mafia, guys? Or was she killed from a stalker? Was she killed from a vampire club members? Guys, my answer, again, I'm going to repeat, was that it was a teamwork from the Russian mafia because of her interference into the business with her lover from that Russian mafia and her blackmailing them. That's turned this blackmailing Russian mafia turns to disaster idea that we have here as the end, and literally they literally stole her as well. She was reported talking to her friends and the beloved one. That last few months she was like having pre-feeling that she's going to depart it, that her life will be in danger. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. Better here for start. I want you guys to see it as well, a little bit of this special effect. Hidden? Who is hidden? Yes, dear spirit? Hidden. The ghost walk said just hidden. Dear spirits, who is hidden? Who is hidden? Is Susan Walsh alive? Let's ask that question. Is Susan Walsh hidden? Are you talking about Susan Walsh? Is Susan Walsh alive? I'm getting like before Queen of Wands, she was flirting with the wrong guys. As you see, Queen of Wands, she was flirting with the Russian mafia. I got this answer in the Russian mafia. And the lover, here it is. A lover, Queen of Wands, attracting so many people, and that flirt and try to write about sexual industry as well. Don't forget, guys, this as well for me sex trafficking card. But she was trying to get the information about that work, about sex trafficking women through her lover. Dog. Who? What about dog? Okay. What about dog? You scared me. What about dog? Tell me. Should I check if there is in Susan Walsh live dog, or you're talking about my dog? My departed dog. It will be 1 year. He departed in March. Yoda is here in ashes. Is my Yoda here? That's a question. We have a guess here, guys. What about dog? Prisoner. Why prisoner? Who is a prisoner? Susan Walsh? Guys, somebody reported there was few months after her disappearance that somebody reported that she was seen in another city or state working on the street as a prostitute. It could happen from the Russian mafia, right? She could be on drugs and being pushed to do this. Is Susan Walsh um, hiding as a prostitute, working for Russians. Is she working for Russians? Russian mafia?
Hammer.
Hammer. Wow, somebody took her with the hammer? Guys, what's a different hammer? Hammer like a car or not a sledgehammer, right? What is the difference?
Married.
Married? Yes. Who is
Hell.
hell? Who is married? Married, hell, and hammer. Is it another person? Are you talking about Susan Walsh? We hope she's not in hell.
Madison.
Madison.
Annoying.
Madison. Annoying.
Who is he?
Madison. You just said Madison. We have to Google it. Probably I'm getting material for the next story for tomorrow night.
Annoying.
What is annoying? Madison? I will research that case. I just have to have a list of all these things that the ghost box record to check that for the next mystery reading for tomorrow, the day after, guys. Can you return to Susan Walsh, please? Can you tell us about Susan Walsh? Is she dead? As my cards are confirming she's dead from a lover that she was flirting. That lover from the Russian mafia guy. Did the Russian mafia guy kill Susan Walsh? Did Russian mafia guy kill Susan? Yes, I got the world card. Here word, here coughing, and here death. I'm going to confirm with the 3 different tarot decks the same answer. And there were, like I said, here 3 of Pentacles, here 2 swords, like literally undecided what to do, but she made a wrong move. She went directly to them, and that's what cost her. Her idea to blackmail the Russian mafia turned to a bad idea, to a disaster. Hello, who is with us?
Hello.
Who is with us? Tell me your name. I'm going to ask, just separate from this reading, I'm going to ask once more with this different tarot deck, will there be justice for Susan Welsh? So we continue to another story. Let's ask the last question. Will there be for Susan Welsh justice in future? No, 5 of them.
Annoying.
What is annoying? Tell me what is annoying. Spirits, what is annoying? Will there be justice for Susan Welsh? We are trying to find the sources for cold case of missing. Wow. Only through the medium. Here it is. Will there be justice for Susan Walsh in this year? Wow. Somebody's paid to keep quiet. As you see, 5 of Pentacles and contract. Somebody's paid to keep quiet. But he knows that this. There is a witness. There is a witness who was there and who literally is under the paid to do this.
Annoying.
That person was part of the teamwork. That literally,
Yes.
yes, yes, confirmed, yes, from the ghost club. Will they talk? Will there be justice for Susan Walsh? Will somebody start to talk? Finally, 9 of Pentacles. So answer is yes. Wow, somebody waiting.
Yes.
Yes, the justice will be served for Susan Walsh. And here it is, somebody waiting. Is it this Russian boss? I see as a Russian boss to literally get tired, to be moved, to change the boss. That's what I see, and to be free from that contract. I do believe somebody who is under the contract obligation with this Russian mafia is waiting, literally, to leave the
Madison.
medicine. I'm going to Google that medicine case. Okay, I'm going to Google. You are telling me a few times. Sorry, spirits. Medicine, merit, hammer, and hell. Oh my god. So medicine. What about medicine? Let's Google missing medicine. Medicine, merit, missing. Let's see. It said merit, missing, and hammer.
Okay.
Was medicine. Wait, wait. Human remains that were discovered. Okay, 2021 in July last year. So human remains were discovered during the search for a missing Wisconsin couple. Those of the husband, Dane County medical examiners said on Monday. Krista Halderson, 53. Is that the thing? Missing Wisconsin couple. Disappearance. Okay, I have another one. Madison Geraldine Scott, Canadian missing person. She disappeared 28 May 2012, 11, pardon, after a birthday party. Missing woman husband arrested in Louisville. No. Former missing teen, Madison. Is it maybe the, wait a second, is it the Madison Geraldine Scott in Canada? Madison Maddie Scott. 29 April 1991 born, disappeared 28 May 2011. Madison Maddie Scott. Is that one? She took that, she was hitchhiking, right? You said hammer. Was she in somebody's car that is a hammer car, right? American brand, right, guys? Not usual here. We don't have it in Europe. Is that the thing? Because you said hammer, you said medicine, and then married. Was that guy married? Some of the last people um, have left 3 hours later, between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., reported speaking with Scott and asking if she wanted a ride home. So Maddie Scott, uh, this was the last time they saw her. So that was a birthday party. Uh, yes, Saturday, 28th May 2011. I mean Maddie Scott, planned to spend the night camping with a friend, but her friend left during the night without Scott. Oh my god.
Speak.
Speak. How the men are bullshitting. So she was planning to have a night camping with a friend, but the friend left during the night without the girl. He left her alone. So some of the last people, they told her that they were living there with the car if she wanted a ride. I think she was drunken and she wanted to stay alone, do the camping. So here it is. Let's check up. Madison Scott had attended the party with her friend Geordie Baldock on the evening of May 27, but he had retired to her tent and sleeping bag before a fight broke out around midnight and Baldock, injured and drunk, felt compelled to live with her new with her new boyfriend. According to Baldock, even though she had tried to convince Scott to live together with them, Scott was already in her sleeping bag and didn't want to get up, so Baldock left her there alone. So Baldock, her friend, what I understand, Geordie Baldock. I think this is a girl name I never heard before. Geordie Baldock. Uh, Geordie returned later. She returned back to the camping site with her boyfriend 8:30 a.m. the next morning to get Baldock's clothes and sleeping bag before she went on her way to work. So Baldock found Scott's tent unzipped with her sleeping bag and stuff moved to the side. She said that she didn't see Scott and never reported this to anyone. So there were the phone activities on Madison Scott telephone. So the night before, about 11:30, she talked with father, and the last time 12:30, so 30 minutes after midnight. Uh, there was an incoming call from a guy we know, but the police couldn't retrieve the number of the telephone. It was like, uh, was it Dawn? What I understood said, wow. According to Dawn, there was an incoming call from a guy we know, but cell phone records were retrieved by RCMP, including tower pings, and they had everything they needed. There was no recording of any incoming cell phone activity after this. So let's check up. Yes, so Scott was last seen in a tent when the last people wanted to leave the party about 3 a.m. That's what we see here. She got missing in between 3 a.m. and 8:30 because definitely that period, 8:30, show up her friend back to pick up her clothes from a tent.
Lower.
What about lower? Uh, reading, my reading to go lower. I'm reading. There's so many details here. So many people who has seen something. The party was that night, Saturday night, 150 people in attendance. Wow. So there were a lot of tents. I'm guessing she was not the only one left alone in a camping site.
Over here.
Over here, tell me. Her parents. So when the parents they went the 29 May, so it means 2 days after the party. The parents they didn't go on Sunday, I'm guessing on Monday. So the parents went to check on her and found her collapsed tent and locked
What is that?
Madison Scott case and locked pickup truck abandoned. There was a
What is
friend.
that?
There was a friend who was camping nearby. This is a Wikipedia. I'm trying to Google the names that you told me. I'm trying to make it a story from that one. You know that I'm researching always this thing on Wikipedia and Google. So it took me to the Madison Scott missing girl from 2011 party in a lake, 28 May. Maggie Scott. In effect, full name Madison, because you told me Madison. Wow, and there was, guys, there was a second party. The night after 28th, so we have a first party Saturday,
Judy.
Judy. So the first party is 27 May, and the Sunday there was a party, second party that was her sister, but underage. She was on that party, so she didn't. She was scared from the police to talk about this, and she was underage on this part. What are the theories? Let's see the theories of police. It's highly unlikely that she ran away. She was always in contact with the family.
What is that?
It's a text about Madison. It's a Madison Scott story. A missing girl. Madison Scott. Maddie Scott. Is it another Madison? Give me another name. Madison what? What is the family name? The lake is fairly small. It's only 22 feet. At the deep is reasonably clear. So it was not hard to search. So definitely she was not in the lake, and the dogs were
Lady.
searching. Who is the lady? Tell me. Let's go. I'm going to use these guys for tomorrow case for research. So let's return to a second case here. I had to record as well, by the way, the Susan Walsh story. One second. Let me pick up the telephone. One second, guys. One second. This telephone I'm recording. Sorry, guys. That I'm moving. I always move, destroying the video, right? Presentation. I'm terrible, I know. So let's record this short version of Susan Welch. Thank you, Spirit. Susan Walsh case. So here it is. Her stalker didn't kill her. As well, her husband is not involved, the father of her child. Um, I must say, even the vampire club members that she was researching them and sleeping with one guy from a vampire club, no. But the mafia guy, yes, it was a teamwork because she was trying to sleep with that guy from a mafia, Russian mafia, involved in writing. She needed material for her. She was making that clay. She was a magnet of love, flirting with Russian mafia guy. And eventually they removed her because she was threatening that she's going to blackmail this guy. That's why she slept with him and turned to disaster. So they just removed her. And I checked with the free tarot decks, unfortunately. The justice will be served, just they wait for a Russian boss to be changed. That's what I see. Susan Walsh. Guys, I'm hashtagging. One second. Let's pray for Susan Walsh because she was doing such a humanitarian, noble thing. She was trying to make that book published against sex trafficking of Russian girls in US, and as well about against the second project, writing the book against these vampire cults that they were using, abusing, killing, kidnapping the young girls, using the fresh blood really in their rituals. And let's pray that there will be the justice served. I don't see her alive. I don't feel her alive. That's why I've done this multiple times with different tarot decks. 3 times we got information that she's dead, unfortunately, and from the Russian mafia guy, not from the stalker, not from a boyfriend, not from the husband, not from a stalker, not from a vampire a guy that she was flirting with him, and just from the last one that she was having a flirt, in fact, playing, being, sleeping with him, with the Russian, to connect with the Russian mafia guys. So with this second part of missing Suzanne's, we have a 4 Suzanne's in my list of justice will be served. Exactly what I wrote now. As well, if I can add, this is a part of my women empowering. If we can talk about how the woman could take less risk, and as well, women in marriage, how you have a red flags and you need to move on and take less risk, protect yourself and children. So my justice will be served is specifically, first of all, majority of cases are women missing, and it's made for women empowering. So here it is. I hashtag even empowerment of women. Let's see. Directing to TikTok. 1 second. Directing to Instagram. 1 second. Sorry, guys. It goes slowly. So we go for the second story. This is the fourth case with the Suzanne name. Let's see. So guys, I wanted as well to do the 1 second talking to heaven as well. The message for Susan Walsh husband and her child. Let's see for the family of Susan Walsh. Message for family of Susan Walsh. Message from Susan Walsh to her family. I'm sorry, please forgive me that I was taking that risk and stupid move. Don't be afraid. Uh, Everything is safe. They are not going to anybody to blame of you guys from my family as well. Your life is not in danger. There is no time where I am. Time is only on the earth. Did I say her spirit departed? Unfortunately, guys, with this message, I confirm that she is not alive. And but she's standing right next to you, to her child, I guess, and to her family members. And here it is. We are soulmates. Message to her husband. This is message to her child. She is always next to you. And to her father of her child, like her husband. We are soulmates. Is there anything more from Susan Welsh? My mind is free. I'm not anymore restless, I'm guessing. And here it is. There is no time where I am. I don't have a rush. I think that she was always in a rush, in an urge, with this drug, with the drinks, with the dancing, with trying to be a single mom to earn the money because she was in kind of separation with her husband. And I think she was under always adrenaline of taking a risk with that risky job and plus finding the funds to have more research and to pay her book being published in future. And she's one more sweet message here. I send you the loving signs through the nature. Remember when there is coming some pet in front of your house, like a dog, like a stray dog, stray cat, like a butterfly. That's your mommy or your wife. That's the message for Susan Walsh family, or is it your daughter, right, in the form of butterfly or any other animal spirit, revisiting you and checking you out? I wish you all the best, and I hope that the justice will be served, like I said, with the help of them. Um, they are waiting a person that want to tell something. They didn't release this truth. They wait. They have a contract with this Russian guy, the Russian mafia guy. They wait him to release him. Is it old guy? I see like somebody is having a health issue and need to depart. And so I do believe that the justice will be served. There is a person that knows has obligation in her mind, that wants to tell the truth about Susan Welsh, but she need to finish and retired from that business with Russian mafia. I think somebody waiting to die, that person that is a killer. That's what I would say, literally, who is a killer. And then the second person that was in this teamwork was going to talk, or somebody who is a witness of him saying, usually who kills tell the story to some of his friends at some moment. Yes, that is the secret. That's what the police always say. So I think it's that kind of story here. Soulmate's message to her child and her husband. Such a sweet memories. Nice. I hope she's in peace wherever she is now as a spirit, because she was having very hard, interesting but hard life. Suzanne, we miss you here, your work, your beautiful poetry and writing and being a brave. We need many people like you to have such a colorful life and being intellectual, try to help others against the injustice of abusing, sexual abusing of the women in this uh, dancing business and turn to be a sex trafficant, right? So next one is Susan Swedell. So we have 48, interesting 48. What do you think, guys? When I count 48 minutes and 48 seconds, it's starting the time of the story of Susan Swedell. Is it the right moment? Because I have 8, 8, and then 4 plus 4 is for me 8. I immediately saw 8, 8, 8. Is it manifesting, revealing some things about Susan Swedell? And let me ask about from start about that, because it's interesting. My first thing that I saw. Give me more Susan Swedell case. So we have Susan Swedell that was missing from 1988. I will put her photo as well, parallel in next cover page together. Half page will be the poster with Susan Walsh and half with the Susan Swedell. So she was just a young girl that was working, student against student, uh, in a trial. That's what I say. I think she canceled her studies, and she was trying to live with her mother, back to her house with her sister and mother, and working in Kmart. That's what I understood. Meanwhile, she was having a glasses. That's important to say. Glasses -5. She couldn't see. That's a dioptry, guys. That literally this person cannot see without the glasses. Not possible. I mean, for sure, everything that's more -2 or 3, if they're all the time having the glasses. I have two friends that they have -5, and they cannot go not even to the bathroom without the glasses. So there is a story that she was in the night of the blizzard. Was it some kind of a storm, right? American expression. She was there first. She was afraid driving, but she finished her her shift in supermarket, right? And she changed the red uniform from Kmart, and she dressed in a mini on that storm, right? She dressed in a mini that was surprising for their colleagues because they never saw her being in a mini super dress after the work, changing after the work. So she wanted to go somewhere directly after the work, meet some people as well. That day there were so many people calling her on fixed line in the company. Don't forget 1988. We are talking about 1988, and literally at this period there were no mobile telephones. Right? I must think. There were not even the pagers. Pagers they start to be in start of 90s. I remember when my daughter was born. That's it. Pardon, guys. So Susan Swedell. So she finishing her work, she calls her mom during the daytime in supermarket. So many people are calling her, males by the way. And what was there? What was behind the scene? That she was having like per month paying some kind of bill for a fixed telephone. There was for the post offices in 1980s. There was a scam with these telephone calls and chatting to meet the new friends instead of, let's say, today you have a computer free of charge, right? And you are having a lot of application for dating on computer, and the mails are free of charge, right? And some of them not. But you have as well application on telephone. Just you swipe left or right, and here it is. You start to talk with somebody. But at this period, she was making a big amount. I'm guessing whatever she was having as a payment in Kmart in 1988, she was spending in 1988 $300 bill. Imagine how big is the bill. I mean, even today to pay 300. I mean, knock knock in the wood. I don't wish nobody to pay 300 for a telephone bill. So she was having this amount of the bill in the home at home, and probably I'm guessing that she would be fired in years future if she stayed in Kmart because she was making the bills probably even in the Kmart if she was using their telephone. They were not aware of what she was doing, but that day, specifically day, the last day of her seeing her life at work, she was having so many calls she couldn't even work, right? If she was working there as a shop assistant, as in a cashier in Kmart, like all the time there was calling her, telephone for you. Suzanne, telephone again. Suzanne Swedell, telephone for you. So there were the mail on this call, and the people were trying to make appointment to like mingle, right, to hang out, and that was the system in 1980s. And I'm guessing because she was literally she tried to have her studies, but then she canceled it, right? And literally she was like a student in failure. She um, tried to uh, work hard in a supermarket, but she was not having. She, I guess, she couldn't date the people, as well was forbidden, or by her family education, or by work. She couldn't date people from her work. It was forbidden, of course, and probably this was her reason. She found this solution. It was, I remember, guys, we were little, and there was on a TV passing the funny text, "Do you want to date, meet up?" And there were the funny texts like passing, like advertise, like a stripe with the news. It's passing, you know that thing. And I think she was calling these kind of lines. These are extremely expensive. I mean, must be 2 years per minute or something. Even now, imagine that. So she made her mother problem. She had a bill $300 once. So she was already known that she was doing these calls, and she was addicted of this chatting with these strangers for dating, right? Love connecting through the telephone line. So here it is. She called the mother. She said she will be soon at home. And here it is. She's going driving the car. So the car is suddenly broken. Suddenly, the car in this storm is on the heat, and there is some kind of smoke, so she stopped on the gas station. Then there is a guy passing her in the next car that tried to help her, and just the shop assistant from a gas station describing this guy. They saw her, they never saw him before or after, they couldn't tell nothing more than description of him. That there is a theory. Did she meet one of the guys from her telephone calls on the gas station, or was this a pure stranger that helped her out, so-called helped her out with the car case? So she moved her car by side and she entered his vehicle. That's what all the shop assistants noticed, because as well this guy was paying the gas, so they were observing, when one car moving, another. So she asked the shop assistant, can she leave the car by side because she had this accident with the car. So when the day after the mother came for a car and police and the mother, so the mother took the car towards the garage of some like worker, the car assistant, right? And there was a scary message that the car was nothing about natural cause. It was that as well. The car was about 20 years old, like old timer car, like from 1970s. This was and this is the year 1988 we're talking about. So eventually, it was something that somebody moved. That this car, it was something done by human hands that was pulled out, and that was provoking the overheating and possible fire in the car. That's pretty scary. So she was having a stalker who was checking her car and always preparing to sabotage her car on the way somewhere on the highway. But here it is. Was that the same person that stopped following her with his car and by chance showing up? Is that the same person, or this is by chance some other person that she just went with a stranger to take her somewhere, and literally she didn't took her glasses, she didn't take her purse? Yes, she left everything in the car. That is very strange because she's well. Why she didn't put the glasses? People had theory that she was having a date on the gas station, because like there is a theory. Probably she went just shortly with him just to drive a little bit to know each other and to return back on the gas station. Maybe she was just a mile. They say she was just about a mile away from her house. That probably maybe she would go and be dropped to her house. That's another idea. But again, she was in a rush. Was she nervous to meet this guy? Maybe she was nervous to meet the guy. Plus, with this fuss with the car, accident with the car, then she left the glasses and the purse. So all the ID, the purse, and the glasses. Without the glasses, -5. I mean, she cannot see nobody. Her mother, I'm guessing, she cannot recognize if she's not talking. So I was told. I'm serious. It sounds funny, but it's serious. So that was weird. All the things are weird eventually. So after a week of her disappearance, no news. There is a story that returning back from work afternoon, her mother noticed the pile of the dishes that they were never in the before dirty that morning. Somebody was entering the house, eating, using the key that is always left, in front of the door on the secret location, usual location, as well. There was the aroma of smoking in the house. They are not smoking, and plus it was a strong aroma, like a weed smoking in the house. So somebody knew that her parents are this person that entered the house. They say it's I think 100% true that the person that entered the house after 1 week, I'm going to ask now, we are starting her tarot reading, Susan Swedell. After 1 week of Susan Swedell disappearance, dear spirits, was it a murder in her house? Wow, yes. Wow, he wanted, it's a reverse moon, like he wanted to show up on purpose to mark the territory with a sick person. Did the murder of the killer of Susan Swedell enter her house after 1 week? Yes, 10 of of Cups as well. This is for me as well. The family house. Wow. He just wanted to mark the territory, to reveal himself. Check out reverse moon and ten of cups, the home card, her family card, and the answer is yes, yes for me. So yes, this was a killer in her house. That's the first question. 1 second, let me see. Another question. Let's check. Was this person that they call him um, Chad, the guy from the invisible unknown stranger on the gas station? Was the killer the guy from the gas station? Was the killer the guy who picked her in the car on the gas station? Neither one. Was the killer the guy who picked her in her car? Wow, the death card, yes. Yes, he is. He was flirting her. Neither one. He just want to abuse her sexually. And then here it is, the death card. And on the bottom, Ten of Pentacles. Yes, the answer is yes, unfortunately. Was this guy flirting with her on this telephone line? Was this guy flirting with Susan Swedell on the telephone line? Wow. Guys, this was somebody that she knew from the past, Four of Pentacles. And I think one shop assistant in the gas station said, like, the way they were talking, just few minutes, it was like they're talking like not the strangers. This was a sexy guy from her past. She had a fling with him before. Okay, and I see as a Knight of Wands, this is a guy that she was having something with him sexually before. So here it is. Did she had a range meeting with Susan Swedell with this guy on the gas station? Did wow? Did Susan Swedell has a range meeting with this guy on the gas station? She had another guy. She rejected this guy. She rejected, and I must say that she got furious because he was rejected. Wow. Thank you. The judgment call. Wow, King of Swords, because she rejected him, telling him she's busy, she has another meeting, or maybe she was afraid of his energy and she said that she's literally having another boyfriend, right? Here it is. She took her off, King of Swords with Death card here because of the rejection, Four of Cups. And yes, they knew each other from the past, Four of Pentacles. They had some sex or sexy flirt in the past time, devilish energy with the Four of Pentacle. Here it is. 1 second. I'm going to put it here. That was her judgment day. Okay. Can you explain me? Susan Swedell case. There is no news afterwards about her case. It's a cold case. So, is there news about Susan Swedell? Will there be news uh, about Susan Swedell case? 3 of Wands. Somebody's waiting. Again, people are afraid to talk when they know somebody personally. If your friend is a murderer, or you heard that that guy is a murderer, you know by face. There was literally the picture, like photo robot uh, uh, um, illustration, how he should look, and from the description from the shop assistant on a gas station, and for sure somebody knows something. Here it is, somebody holding the truth, waiting. Explain me more. Will there be uh, witness talking about Susan Swedell case? Wow, somebody needs to be brave, guys. Yes, to connect on media or through the online internet on a forum. Please talk in my videos. Leave the message under. Yes, please. There are so many channels that they talk about Susan Swedell case. Leave your message under any of the videos. Uh, does this person that will start to talk over the media literally know where is now the killer. Wow, there is a clarity. Oh my god, wow. Is that his new girlfriend? Is the new girlfriend of this killer somebody from the past? In return, like off and on relationship. As well, this could be a fiance card. Yes, this could be a fiance card for me with the ring. Will the wife or a girlfriend of this killer talk about Susan Swedell in future? Yes, I love when I get the hype so she knows. So, wow, I'm going to stop here, guys. So I think the justice will be served for Susan Swedell case. And yes, I don't like when in another videos the people are making comments analyzing that it was her addiction. She was reckless about that internet, pardon, that period, not internet, about that telephone dating thing application. Um, I think she was just trying to handle her improve her love life. That's what I understood. Even if she took the worst thing, the worst way, right? So here it is. Let's see. Frida, Frida's wake, guys. Let me record. One call for Susan Swedell, 60 seconds, guys. So let's see. Susan Swedell case missing from 1988. So yes, that guy that entered the home of her parents the week after, yes, that was a killer. He just wanted to like to show up, reverse moon card, reverse secret in her house. That's the truth. That was a killer in her house. It's spooky. And this guy, she knew this guy, not for first moment. So the gas station people were right. Yes, he's a killer. And but she rejected him this time. Like she asked him literally, she had something sexy with him, maybe fling or something more, but this time she had another appointment. This guy was literally taking her to another appointment. She rejected him and then he was pissed off and he just nailed it. Yes, he snapped it. His new girlfriend or fiance with the six of wands, marriage material, she know and she will talk in future. Missing from 1988. So yes, that guy that entered the home of her parents the week after, yes, that was a killer. He just wanted to like to show up with this untitled reverse secret in her Susan house. Swedell. That's true that was a killer in her house, spooky. And this guy, she knew this guy, not for her first moment. So the gas station people were right, yes, he's a killer. And but she rejected him this time. Like she asked him literally she had something sexy with him, maybe fling or something more, but this time she had another appointment. This guy was literally taking her to another appointment. She rejected him and then he was pissed off. And he just nailed it. Yes, he snapped it. He's guys, unfortunately, zero news about Susan Swedell on this application. Such a shame. So this is still downloaded. The old video is still. So that was the story of Susan Swedell. I hope that the new girlfriend of the killer, her killer, will start to talk. That's what we saw the last motive. One second, let me share. So this was the second story of Susan Swedell, and the first was Susan Walsh. I'm going to hashtag the timestamp, guys, for you. Welcome the questions as well. There is still tarot on sale. You may check out the list. One second, let me share on the Instagram as well. It's interesting because for last two cases you had from last night, first two Suzanne's missing cases, they were both missing wife. So this is for women empowering the red flags, what you have to do to somehow protect yourself even in a jeopardized fake marriage. And today we have a single person, Susan Swedell and Susan Walsh, that was living independent, single, okay, having a child as well, and having multiple lovers. And both they were flirting with so many men around, so they were kind of in a risk, being involved with so many people around them. And it's interesting the matched thing in the life of last first two in the last video from last night and these two. So I hope the justice will be served. I see in this case today Susan Swedell and Susan Walsh will get the justice served. There will be people talking but waiting, being scared from the killer, waiting somebody to depart it. That's what I understood from my channeling. Check out the short illustration. I already put in now short on Instagram, TikTok, and I'm going now to put in 60 seconds as well here on the shorter version on the YouTube. One second. And tomorrow night we are going to have one more ghost box and mystery case. I'm going as well now to open. Let's try Susan Swedell ghost box. We didn't use it for second Suzanne. Sorry, Suzanne. Dear spirits, we are trying to connect with Susan. Oh my God, you heard that, guys? We are trying to connect with Susan Swedell, directly talking with the spirits. That was a red telephone, guys. Yes?
Where am I?
You're here with us. You're just a spirit here talking with us on the planet Earth. Welcome to the Earth. We're trying to connect to a Susan Swedell. Can you help us? Please? Can you help us? We're trying to find Susan Swedell, the missing girl from 1988.
Soon.
Soon. Guys, did I tell soon will be justice served? There will be a new resources for Susan Swedell case, right? Soon, somebody will talk soon. And check up later in my reading. I'm going to share with you. Will there be soon releasing the news about Susan Swedell? Let me put in the time frame. Who is with us? Welcome to leave the comments, guys.
Mother.
What about mother? Tell me. Susan Swedell. Susan Swedell, mother. Mother of the killer. I heard somebody who is living with the killer. Is that a girlfriend or a wife? Is that a mother of the killer? Is going to talk? I'm going to ask again. Will the mother of the killer Susan Swedell talk? Will mother of the killer Susan Swedell start to talk? explain. I think somebody who is married with him. Here it is, guys. Like I said on the first moment, I said fiance, and this is my fiance marriage card. Yes, the contract card. Yeah, somebody is going to talk about this devilish evil energy of this man. And I saw, unfortunately, I saw two times this card, the devil energy. For Susan Swedell case, she was playing with the devil. For Susan Walsh, I saw just she was playing with the Russian mafia, writing about them, researching about sex trafficking of their work. And she was just drugged and drink addicted. That's another thing. But here, Susan Swedell, this is a pure evil person, unfortunately. I think that this person, his fiance, his somebody who is living with him, like a fiance or a married person, he's going to talk about the killer. That's what it is. And I already said that in the previous 60 seconds. You can see it. I'm going to download this. 1 second. Second.
Is missing from my team.
This is it. I'm going to download in a short version here for YouTube as well, shorter version. We shouldn't talk, I guess. Maybe it's not good to say this. I'm not going to use this in the name for the chapter of this video. I'm just going to put it as a Susan Swagger. Dear Spirit, can you tell us more about Susan Swagger?
Susan Walsh case. Susan Walsh case. So here it is.
Mhm. And one more for the first one, Susan Walsh.
Susan Walsh. Susan Walsh.
Dear Spirits, any news? Any news about Susan Swagger?
What?
Any news about Susan Swagger? Will somebody tell where is her body?
Martin.
Martin. Martin. Is it a Martin, a killer?
Disrespectful.
Disrespectful. Is it a Martin, the killer of Susan Swedell? Is he a killer? Just tell me yes or no. Is this a Martin, killer of Susan Swedell? Or was it a Martin disrespectful with you, dear spirit? Dear spirit? Let me just check if I download this. Short videos. Need more photos of Suzanne and another telephone. Yes, not here.
Night.
Night. Good night. Good night, spirits. Thank you for being with us.
Closer.
Closer. Tell me. Can you help me? Susan Swedell. I'm going as well to ask about her. There is nothing. Thank you. Good night. Any questions, guys? I'm just hashtagging the thing on the short version. You can check the short version. You have it there now. It's downloading. Just go on my profile and hashtag. Instead, you can see it on community page, but go on my profile and check it. Okay. Last night, first part to Suzanne from last night. Did they have a similar situation? Both they were mothers of two children and happily married. And in both cases, I say the husband is a killer. And tonight we have another two Suzannes missing cases that they were single, independent, on their own, interesting, different, unique lifestyle. And again, they were playing with the devil. First one with this application on the telephone, dating the strangers, and another was playing with the Russian mafia, writing the article about sex trafficking. Um, so it's interesting the parallel between all these spirits of the four Suzanne. So you check out the part one Suzanne, missing two Suzannes, and this will be a second part. So here it is. I already hashtag. It's there in the system. That was all for today, guys. 1 second. Any questions? Again, don't forget when you subscribe, put the alarm bell so you see me 2 times per day in the system. It will be the New York time, East Coast time. It will be lunch break after 12. And the second one is after 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Like now it's 8 p.m. I'm guessing New York time. But French time, Central European time, I call it French time here. Hello from South Europe, by the way. It's eventually 6 p.m. and after midnight. Midnight more to the 1 a.m. So here it is. This is all. Thank you in advance for the PayPal donation supporting this channel and joining with fundraising, my fundraising. That is the purpose of this Tarot channel. Joining with your PayPal donation. My office project back in Asia while I'm stuck in Europe while in this COVID crisis. Take care and be careful. These videos about women missing is a power. It's a part of my women empowering and seeing the red flags in a marriage, in a relationship, or doing these risky games with playing, going on a date. I don't judge nobody. Go on a date, yes, but be aware and observe the things around you in your marriage and your relationship and with the dater. Kisses to all. Take care, peace and love.